What is up everyone, my name's Al from GamesRip, and today we're going to be talking about the awesome Doom clone that was coming or has come to the Amiga, is now playable on the Sega Dreamcast thanks to Ian Michael's engine. Thanks to Ian Michael, that's right, we are talking about Dread. So if you love Doom, this one is 110% for you, because let's face it, Doom really is the king of FPSs, so if people are going to clone it, you know, it does mean that it's going to be a real decent title, that's right, and is now fully playable with keyboard and mouse on the Sega Dreamcast. Let's take a look. So here we go, this is it, we are playing Dread. It is actually a demo, it's not actually a full game as of yet, but it's a demo of an awesome Doom clone for the Amiga that is now playable on the Sega Dreamcast thanks to Ian Michael's Amiga emulator now working on the Sega Dreamcast. And let me tell you before we go ahead, this game is really, really awesome. So let's hit new game and let's go ahead. Now obviously we're going to play it on very, very easy just to kind of see what it's all about, but this is it. You cannot deny, for an Amiga game, this looks absolutely fantastic. I've been so excited for this one that, yeah, I've literally lost my shit as soon as I saw this was getting a port over to the Sega Dreamcast. Now, straight off the bat, you will see that I am using keyboard and mouse for turning, which is fantastic. Now, I did take a quick look in the, in the options to try and put scan lines on. Let me tell you, do not do that, because if you turn scan lines on, you will have issues, and the picture will go all weird, as you can see right there. So don't use that functionality, because it will not work. I didn't check the other screen modes, I got to be honest. I just cracked on with the rest of the game. So this is it. The movements, the kind of looking movement, if that makes sense. Does that make any sense? Looking movement? The actual movement, as in looking left to right, etc., with the mouse, works really, really smoothly. And to be fair, if you use also the W, A, S, and D for your forward, backs, and strafing, it works really, really well together. Now, what I did say, as you might have already noticed, there is a bit of screen tear upon movement. So I don't know if that's an issue with the actual emulator itself, which I don't believe it probably is, or whether this is just how Dread works on the Amiga. I have to be honest, I haven't exactly looked at the final product or what we've got so far of Dread on the Amiga, so this is essentially what they would be, but is it emulation, or is it the actual game itself that's causing the screen tearing? Doesn't matter. Anyway, as you look at the scrolling background, you can see this sort of the clouds going around the back. It's really setting that atmosphere. I mean, I absolutely love the look of this game. It clearly looks like essentially a Doom game. So, they're hitting the ground running there with it being a Doom clone. Now, the issue I did have, but I'm not sure is something I should be able to sort. I'm not exactly sure. But I could only shoot, that's right, I could only shoot with a button on the controller. So I basically had the controller in my lap, had the keyboard and mouse on the desk, and then when I saw an enemy, I reached out for the controller to shoot. Now, whether that is the thing you are meant to do, I don't believe it is. I've probably done something wrong. I even tried bringing up the on-screen keyboard to check, but hey, not exactly sure with this one. Now, spacebar is the actual, essentially the action key, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure it was spacebar. What was it, E? One of those buttons, the conventional buttons for action, that is, it plays out like any standard FPS of the day. Now, it's pretty normal here. You're picking up key cards, picking up ammo, picking up health, to get to the next area, to then obviously hit the next wave of enemies. Now, there isn't a huge amount of enemies in this game so far. Now, I don't know if this is just because this is a demo, so it'll be slightly more optimized, be able to put more enemies on the screen at once going further. I'm not sure. But as you can see, the animations are great. Even the explosion animations are really, really cool. The whole look of this game, like I said, is absolutely fantastic. I love the lighting. It really adds to that Doom clone look. I know I'm going to keep calling it Doom clone because, in essence, it is a Doom clone. And I'm not knocking it for that. I would actually say that's a good thing, because it means they've done a good job of actually emulating what Doom really is. Another thing I will mention is obviously the lack of music. There's no standard sort of FPS, 90s FPS, music going on in the background to kind of get you pumped. There's no music here at all, which I think is a shame. I don't know whether we're going to see music eventually come to it. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, I think this is all going to be very down to memory limitations, whether they really be able to get the look that we've got here, and also add music as well. Remember, this is an Amiga game. This is technically isn't a Dreamcast game. This is an Amiga game being emulated on the Dreamcast. So you're still going to have that sort of memory limitations of what the Amiga would have, but just essentially playing it on the Dreamcast. Now, you can't destroy boxes. I did try. I absolutely unloaded on boxes. No, you can't destroy that. Now, basically, this really was all we have of the demo. It's kind of almost like a tech demo, just so you guys can see exactly what we're getting here. Like I said, I think it looks absolutely fantastic, and the project itself, I think, really has hit the ground running. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And, if this, or when this is done, and we get this finally ported as a full game onto the Sega Dreamcast, we're going to have one hell of a time. Hope you've liked this nice little short look at Dread the Demo ported via the emulator onto the Sega Dreamcast. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll leave you with a bit more footage. You can now support the channel on patreon.com/GamesRep, as well as remember to like, comment and subscribe.